Hello everyone, Jay Stansell here from Product Coalition again. Today I've got another product people interview for you. It's with Mayank Sancheti. Mayank is a product manager for OYORooms.com, and OYORooms are India's largest branded network of hotels. This is an industry that I've not spoke to anyone about in this interview series before. So looking forward to learning about this industry and the product from Mayank today. So Mayank, welcome and thank you for giving us some of your time. Would you like to get started? Feel free to share a little bit about yourself and the product.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jay, for the introduction. It's great to be here. I'm a product manager working at OYO, and initially I started with product management role, and then I moved to a product role. And for last couple of years, I've been working in this product role. So currently, I'm building products to manage and run operations of hotels at scale. And the scale that I'm talking about comprises of room inventory size of 10 rooms to more than 100 rooms, right? And primarily, I'm working currently on building a hotel management software, which would be used by the hotel managers and hotel owners to run their operations.
Okay, so this sounds it's very industry specific product. Could you tell us a little bit around the types of problems hotel managers are facing on a day-to-day basis in these different properties,
Yeah.
and why they need a digital product to help them do the best they can?
Absolutely, Jay. So I think before trying to understand the problems that the hotel managers face, I would just take a moment to throw some light on the hotel industry in general
Great.
and specifically in context to India. So as a matter of fact, about more than 1.5 billion domestic tourists travel from one city to another, one state to another in India, and mostly they prefer to stay with friends or families, right?
Okay.
There are many fold reasons to it. One, because budget hotels, everyone and anyone cannot afford four-star, five-star hotels. So they usually prefer to stay with friends and families because these budget hotels are not that accessible. And even if they're accessible, they're not affordable and they're not at the price at which the consumer wants, right? So more often, travelers have to compromise on location, comfort, and pricing, right? So the problem here is not that there is a dearth of supply of hotels or the hotels are not available. The buildings are out there, but these are not standardized. When you're searching online for any hotel, when you're going to a new city, you're not sure whether this hotel is up to your level or not. So you always have that skepticism in mind whether you will be landing up into a nice hotel or not. So that's where OYO, innovated in this entire industry space, that it brought and branded and standardized all those budget hotels into one umbrella and provided those hotels at every nook and corner of the town to consumers, to users at a very affordable rate, right? So, and coming to the specific problems, that the hotel industry faces to run operations, you see, when we are trying to provide facilities like that of a four-star, five-star hotels, or at least three-star hotels, at such an affordable rate, we need to optimize the hotel operations to a very high level. So, and there are a lot challenges in it. In every 3 months, the staff, leave the property and goes to some other property. The attrition rate is very high. All the transactions are primarily done in cash. There is no digital record as such, kept at the property, and hence the reconciliation becomes a very big problem. And because the staff comes and leaves the property, there is no proper guest profiling being done. So even if you come to the same property again, there is nobody to, share the last experience that you had, so that your next experience can be done in a much better way.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Yeah, that's insightful around the state of the industry there. and again the cash transaction as well. Coming back to your position in the market as a business, I'm also assuming then that the efficiency of operations is what is always going to be needed to ensure that the cost point is competitive. Is that
Yeah,
true?
yeah, absolutely. So as a matter of fact, we have the best possible hotel tariff available in the market. So just to give you some glimpse, in general, the luxury hotel industry starts their pricing from around 90 to $100 per room night, right? And and if we compare to the budget hotels and the rate that we sell our hotels, that is about 999 rupees, or to say around 15 to $20 per room night. You can see the marginal difference that we have in room pricing. And if you talk about the services that we provide, it's not a very normal service. It's we try to provide the best customer experience possible at this rate, so that the customer experience is not hampered. Once the person should not feel that they're paying getting a cheap product at the end.
Okay, that's a tough balance. I'm sure. Um, so the software that exists within your business, from what I understand,
Yeah.
this is proprietary software that the business has chosen to build from the ground up. And just to set the tone for the business, Mayank, it's now 3 years old. Is that correct?
So it's about more than for yes, it's more than 5 years, 3 to 5 years old. So
Right.
it's started in 2012, and then it's
Right. Okay.
pivoted into different models, and now here we are. And currently, we are running around more than 8,000 properties across India,
Wow.
with around yeah. So you can see the scale at which we operate in more than 120, 150 cities.
Okay. And the digital software that ensures the operations are successful and
Yeah.
that the maximum profit and lowest cost is achieved is proprietary. Um,
Yeah. Absolutely.
are you, so in this sense, you are your own customers of the software? Would that be correct?
Yes, as of now, yes. So when we were expanding, we thought, at the scale at which we need to operate, we cannot have men we can start throwing people at all the problems. And technology was this inevident solution for all such problems. So so we build our own proprietary hotel management software, which is there at all the receptions of all these hotels, right? So we had a basic version of this hotel management system, which was initially only dealing with bookings. Whenever we get a booking for our partnered hotels, they used to see that yes, we have got a hotel booking from OYO, and then they used to check in and check out the guest through that, right? But gradually we saw the transition in the business model, and initially we just used to partner these hotels and run as a marketplace of hotels. But then we sought to elevate the level of customer experience that we want to deliver. We wanted to get deeper and deeper into the hotel operations. So then we thought of, exclusively taking inventory of these hotels and running them on our own, so that once we have the entire hotel operations under our control, then we can deliver the utmost level of customer experience. So then this software that I'm talking about was transitioned from just a booking platform and booking management system to more intense hotel management software application, which deals with uh, reconciliation and cash handling at the property, which deals with food ordering and procurement services at the property, inventory management, guest profiling, and whatnot.
Okay, fantastic. Can I ask then, being your own customer, and I can see why your personal career experience is so valuable, coming from an operations background in
Yeah.
driving ideas through the product. With all of these locations and so many people using your product internally, how do you how do you collect your insights to constantly work out how to further improve the product? What's your method for going around and collecting those from staff or users of the product?
Absolutely. Well, I think it's a brilliant question, Jay. So even though it seems that the end users are our internal users, but the range of users that we're talking about is immense, right? We are talking about running more than 1,000 properties, and where the end users are not so educated as the normal, tech savvy people are, right? So we are talking about people, hotel managers who, in most of the circumstances, are not even that educated. Many of them are just eighth standard or primary school graduates, and then they have started, working as a hotel manager. And these people are not that vocal. One, because they see this as a utility app and something that they have to bind with, right? Because it's an internal product and part of the business model that they have to adhere. So the idea here is, in terms of user experience or in terms of any product feature that we build, we go to these properties and, and we talk to these hotel managers, we talk to hotel owners, we spend hours at the hotel operation, at the hotel itself. So just as a matter of fact, currently I'm at one of the hotels, right? So I was just having this user experience and then this interview. So we are in constantly touch with the hotel managers, so that we can feel the pain that they go through in running hotel operations, right? So whenever we start to build any product or plan to revamp an existing product feature, we constantly take feedback from hotel managers, hotel owners, and also see the data, the immense data that we have of our own hotel users, hotel management system users. So yeah, that gives a mix of both data and data intensive and subjective feedback that is required to build any product feature.
Fantastic. I always love hearing when both the qualitative side of gathering insights and the quantitative side come together, and that sounds like a perfect storm. And I think, especially considering you've come from a hotel operations background yourself, that you've still got the humility to go out and speak to those that are running the properties day to day, rather than assuming you know what they do, and you're living and breathing the pain points with them. And I think that's very commendable.
Yeah.
To talk then, if we talk about the unique value that this proprietary software brings, why was proprietary the best fit for this business as opposed to a turnkey off-the-shelf solution that you could have just bought from someone else? Why did proprietary seem to fit the business best?
Right. So as a matter of fact, Jay, obviously you're correct that we have traditional hotel management system existing in the market. So why the need of building it on our own? The problem that we faced was that all these hotel management system existing were tailor-made for big hotels, right? They were made for 4-star, 5-star hotels. They were built for hotel chains, right? So we had a different problem when we are dealing with smaller hotels, because when we are dealing with smaller hotels, we have to maintain a leaner staffing science, right? We cannot afford to have so many staff working at the property. We cannot have all the amenities provided in-house, right? So we had to go into a shared economy system where we are running hotels, let's say in one cluster, and most of the services that the hotel require gets shared by all of the properties in that particular cluster, right? So just to give you an example, if you're talking about a facility management system, every 4-star, 5-star hotels has their internal team of facility management. Right. But over here we have an outsourced team which cater to all these properties together, right? So though we don't have individual facility in-house, but we are catering to these properties whenever required, right? So just to give you a second example, in terms of procurement, right? Or in terms of food. So we cannot, when we did a survey long back, and we found that most of our customers wanted to have an in-house restaurant. And
Okay.
minded, we are talking about a hotel size of around 20 to 25 rooms on an average, and we cannot afford to have in-house
Mm.
restaurant, or we don't have that facility in-house, right? So we came up with the concept of outsourced kitchen, where the customer needs food. We have a bunch of hotels in that particular area, and we can just tie up with another food vendors and cater to all the food requirements centrally, right, or away from the hotel. So even though it gives direct it does not hamper the customer experience, because all these services are controlled and monitored very closely, right? So but we still manage to run hotel in a decentralized way.
Fantastic. I think that's a really innovative way of listening to a problem and coming up with a unique solution. And again, is for me what I'm hearing there is listening to customers and then actioning that. And I like how you've gone down the partnership route to solve that problem. And I'm sure those partners who are providing the catering are referring your business to other customers as well. So that's really interesting. Um, if we was to talk about channels, for for me, obviously, channels for the product is very internal, it's proprietary. So your customers are in some ways forced to adopt the product. But if we was to talk about channels for OYORooms, could you tell us a little bit around how the business has had the growth success it has, and what channels
Mhm.
it leverages to its advantage?
Yeah. Right. So fortunately, one of the things to our advantage is now we are well renowned in the ecosystem of hotel industry in the country, right? So still apart from this, we have a strong business development team in place, which goes to these hotel owners, talk to these hotel owners, pitch them the idea of running hotels, tying up with OYO, because it's a win-win situation for both. They have the hotel resource, hotel supply to provide, and we have the tremendous, well-organized services to top that hotel infrastructure to deliver it to the end consumer, right? So we have a business development team who goes to hotel owners, talk to them, and then get them on board on our platform. And in the process, whenever a hotel gets onboarded, the entire booking engine or the booking channels, revenue channels, and the hotel operations then get managed partly, and in some properties fully by OYO.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. I can appreciate the amount of trust that needs to be built up for that transaction to happen. I
Yeah.
can imagine someone's been running a hotel a particular way for 10, 20, maybe longer years, and it really then comes down to trusting you guys to provide a solution that's going to reduce the cost and increase revenue and profit, by the sounds of it.
Absolutely.
Fascinating. It's really, really fascinating. To come back to the digital product here,
Mhm.
how are you measuring success for your product? What are the core metrics for you?
Right. Well, when it comes to building any product, we make that product roadmap and then come up with this business matrix, right? So to sum it up, we it, look forward to three business matrix. One is hotel efficiency. The second one is revenue that the hotel is generating, and the third is the customer experience and the delight level of the hotel, right? So in terms of efficiency of the hotel, we judge that how much time of a hotel manager does every feature uh, take care of, right? So it is it saving that hotel manager time from 10 minutes by 10 minutes, or by 20 minutes, or by 30 minutes, which can be then utilized to delight the customers at the hotel. The second one is obviously the revenue that we are generating, and the cost, the optimization that we do at the hotel, And the third one is the customer delight that we are providing to all our customers.
Okay, all right. That's an interesting three, I think, and I'm sure the conversations that must go on in the background on how you prioritize those
Yeah,
features
yeah.
must get quite complex at times, because they're very different trade-offs. I can imagine. Um, this has been a really interesting chat, Mayank, and it's not only a unique industry for us to talk about on Product Coalition, but it's also an extremely unique solution and business that is happening there. And
Absolutely.
yeah, I look forward to keeping an eye on things and hearing how it goes in the future. Um, thank you
Absolutely.
very much for your time. I think the audience will really find this interesting. Yeah, thank you, and look forward to chatting again soon.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jay. Thanks for bringing me on this having this conversation. Pleasure was all mine.
All good. Thank you very much, Mike.
Have a nice day. Yeah.
So there we go. Mayank from OYORooms.com. It's a very interesting business model, I think, as much as it is a product. And I'd also recommend have a dig around on LinkedIn and Google the story of how OYORooms started. I think for many of you, you'll also find the founder story very interesting. That's all for now. If you'd be interested in a Product Coalition interview yourself, I'd love to have a chat. Feel free to get in touch and let me know about a good product that you're working on, or a product story that you've got to share that you think others will be interested in. And that's all for now from me. Thank you.